Did you know that life coaches are needed now more than ever? I'm Frank Macri, founder of Thriving Coach Academy. I've trained over 1,000 coaches and helped them launch their own successful coaching businesses. If you want to make an incredible income and impact as a coach and have a lot of fun doing it, I'll show you exactly how to get it done. This is Life Coaching Secrets. What's up, coaches? I have a very special episode in store for you today. I got this random idea to invite my mother to hop on the show and be a special guest. So in this episode, I ask my mom random questions. Now, she didn't know any of these questions ahead of time. It was very spur of the moment. There might be some profanity or TMI in this episode, just to let you know. My mother is an unapologetic, unfiltered woman. She wasn't sure what to expect as well. So this is really meant to be a fun episode. There's no need to take anything too seriously. If anything, I hope this episode brings you some entertainment and a smile to your day. So are you ready? I don't think you are. Here's a candid conversation I had with my mother. Okay, so we are here with my mother, Donna Lee, the one and only. Mother, thank you for joining us on the show today.
It's my pleasure.
So why don't you introduce yourself a little bit, tell everybody, where are you from? Let's start with that.
I'm Donna Lee Coles. I'm from North Babylon, New York, Suffolk County, Long Island.
Fantastic. So how's life going for you right now?
I'm thriving. It's great.
Are you living, laughing, and loving?
Absolutely. Every day and every night.
Good.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah. And you're at work right now recording this episode.
Yes, I am. Sunken Meadow State Park, simply the finest.
Okay.
New York.
So what are you up to in life right now? I know you're always up to something fun. What fun things have you been getting yourself into these days?
Fun things? I mean, just every day waking up is fun. Going on motorcycle rides.
Wow.
Yep. Checking out new relationships, motorcycle rides, learning new things at work.
Where are you going on motorcycle rides?
All over Long Island. Hopefully out of New York soon.
Okay. Wow. That's exciting.
It's very exciting. I love it.
So let's talk about motherhood a little bit. Let's first start with, did you always desire to be a mom, like as a little girl? Did you want to be a mother?
No. No, I know that wasn't, I didn't have a dream to be married and be a mother. I thought I was going to be working and a career woman and traveling, but I mean, I wasn't against it, but no, it wasn't, journaling and writing about becoming a mother.
Okay. So do you desire to be a mother to this day?
I'll be a mother till the day I die. I'm a mother till the day I die.
So when did the desire actually come up for you to want to become a mother and have kids?
Well, when I got married, when I married my first husband, Frank Macri. We fell in love, and that's what you do. You start a family.
Yeah. Senior. So I'm junior. My dad is.
Well, I didn't marry my son. I said my first husband. You're not my husband. You're my son. And we're not into that yet, right? We're not at that level.
God. All right. So was I a planned baby, or was it a surprise when you were pregnant with me?
Well, it's not like you were really planned. We were, having unprotected sex, lovemaking. I mean, whatever word again you'd like to use. We were engaged to be married, and we conceived you a month before we got married. Christopher, your brother, was planned though.
Okay. So true or false? This is a true or false question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did you cry when you found out that you were going to have a boy instead of a girl?
Yes, I did cry when I found out I was having a boy. Yes, I did. On my sonogram, I was happy to have a son, but I wanted a girl first and 2 boys because I wanted 3 children.
Okay. Well, sorry.
That never happened after being married to your father.
Sorry to disappoint you.
You didn't disappoint me. That's just the way it was.
Yeah. So did you feel ready or prepared for motherhood?
Me personally, absolutely, yes. As soon as I found out I was pregnant, I was ready to go, thriving.
You just knew exactly what needed to happen, what you were going to do.
I knew I was going to be a great mother and be a good mother and want and be loving and enjoy everything. Yeah, I was pumped. Yeah, I was excited, of course. I was in love.
Yeah.
I was having a baby, I was having a boy, and that's it. I turned from girl mode to boy mode, and I had, was raised with three brothers. So I
Mm.
was, yeah, open, it's accepting. I wasn't upset.
Okay, cool. And what was it like to give birth to me? If you could summarize that experience, what do you remember?
It was scary. It was a little difficult because I had a little small area, pelvic area, and I had a little bit of a big head. So it was hard coming out of the canal. It was hard, of you coming out of the canal area. So I had to have a C-section. So it was a little scary. Father passed out. And I had to go it alone. You know what I mean? What else is new? I mean, he tried, and I was nervous. It was my first time, because I wanted to have vaginal. I didn't want to have a C-section. Back in the day, that's what I was priding myself on. But of course, you want a healthy baby. But I love my doctors, and I guess I pumped or pushed I pushed for about maybe say 10 to 12 hours. It wasn't like a
Wow.
24-hour marathon. It wasn't a 24-hour marathon. And then we knew it wasn't going to happen. My area was too small, my pelvic area. So I said, all right, give me the
Mhm.
C-section. And I was fine with it. They put me out, and
Mhm.
I woke up to a baby boy in my arms.
Mm. And
One
another
on the floor and one in my arms.
so another true or false question. Was my skin yellow as a
Yes, you were
baby?
jaundiced. You had to go on. Yes, you had to go under a lamp.
Right away, they grabbed me and how soon did they put me under this lamp?
Well, I guess after, when we give birth, they take you away and they cut the umbilical cord and do what they have to do. So I guess they came back to me and told me, they put you under the lamp right away.
So then you went on to have another son 3 years
Yes,
later.
yes.
Okay, so you have the two sons. So question, who is your favorite son?
I don't have a favorite. You're both my favorite.
Okay, so that's the incorrect answer. The correct answer is me, but we can move on from that.
No, you're not the favorite.
Okay, so let's move on. So we can talk about you raising me. So what was I like? Let's start as a baby, the first couple of years. Just
Oh
summary.
God, I'm asking me to remember stuff. I mean, it was great. It was fine. I mean, you were a good baby. You were fine. I didn't have any,
Pretty,
no,
I wasn't like nuts and screaming and crying a bunch. Not so much of
no,
a, so I
no,
was
not at
pretty
all. You were a good baby, very good
good
baby.
baby. Okay. What
Yeah,
was
I
it?
mean, no problem sleeping, no problems eating. You tried everything, you ate everything,
Okay.
no.
I just kind of went along for the ride.
You had the ride. Everybody held you and loved you and kissed you, you were the ride.
I was the ride. Okay. What do you remember a little bit about what I was like as a toddler, maybe, up until 3 to 12 years old?
You were pretty inquisitive. You were pretty quiet and reserved, very,
Yeah.
you know, uh, always aware and self-conscious of just things,
Okay.
kept to yourself, enjoyed your friends and you played dates and things like that.
Yeah. And then as a teenager, how would you describe me as a teenager?
As a teenager, then you started getting more and more into your education, you were fine. I mean, to me, you were adjusting and adapting normal growing up because you had a little brother, you were all into school and, music and your friends. And then you
Yeah.
started all these little clubs and things that you used to do with your friends,
Yeah.
just you tried new things. I do remember one thing, you were going on the bus. I remember this now at like 6, 7, 8 years old, and you were on the back of the bus and you gave a middle finger to somebody at a bus stop of some parent, and the parent came and knocked on my door. They must have all knew where we lived. I was mortified, embarrassed that because you seemed to be like such a prim and proper little boy, and I couldn't believe that you were giving the finger to somebody, mothers or fathers at a bus stop.
Oh
And then
my God.
yeah, then I took you in the car after school up to the person's house, and I sat in the car and I said, go up to the door and knock on the door and say you're sorry for what you did. And you did. You were nervous,
Mhm.
but I had to make you independent and strong and know the right from wrong.
I remember that.
Okay.
I remember that whole
Right. So
most
you
of that
were, yeah,
experience. Wow, that was when I was elementary school.
yes, you were young.
I don't know. That was
That
just
was
so
a
innocent.
teachable moment, another teachable moment, learning moment.
That definitely was. Next question. So, what is it like for you to be the mother of the year every single year?
The mother of the year. It's wonderful. It's
Okay.
wonderful. I mean, are you kidding me? It's like
Mm,
woman of the year. It's a good feeling. I'm humbled. I'm humbled and kind. It's wonderful,
yeah, good. So, let's talk about my business a little bit. What were your initial thoughts when I told you I was going to become a life coach and started coaching business? Do you even remember when I even told you first about that? I was in my
Of
early
course,
20s.
of course. I was like, oh, okay. What is that? Like, what are you like? What is that about? What are we gonna do? Is that like therapy? Who are you coaching? What are you doing? Like, yeah, I wasn't really aware of it too much, but you seemed to obviously had a purpose, a vision, and a goal. And obviously you knew something that I didn't know, because look where you are now. Look where you are today. I mean, I want you to do whatever you want to do, but I was also worried about you surviving, being
Yeah.
independent. And I didn't know if you were going to be able to be independent financially, how the
Yeah,
business was going to be lucrative or not. So I was just
exactly.
concerned about you.
Yeah. Well, I remember you basically said, okay, I support you. You just better make money.
Okay, so something more or less like that. I support you, but yeah, I was worried. Like, what is he doing? A life coach? I mean, to me, I didn't understand what a life coach was at that
Yeah.
time years ago. I was more like therapy, a therapist.
Right. Right.
So
Yeah.
I had to be enlightened.
Hmm. And so what you've been, as you mentioned before, you divorced. And as one of the things we tell our coaches is that divorce is neutral. It's okay. Doesn't make anyone better or worse as a person if they get divorced. What do you think was in your marriage with father? What do you think was the best thing that you and dad did as a couple when you were together? The best thing.
Yes. I mean, make you 2 children. I mean, we have
Okay.
I mean, of course, that was a bonus and a plus, making, having 2 children, having 2 sons. But that's a physical thing, a chemistry thing. I mean,
Having kids was the best thing. We were the best thing.
for each other. I mean, I don't know, I guess
Just in terms of your relationship with him, like what do you think you both did well together?
well, that means having sex together. That I can't,
Okay.
that's why I don't really want to say that answer, having kids. That's not really the answer, because then it alludes to, you know, he was a good father though, so I can't take that away from him. So, maybe building a family, I don't know. We had a good
Yeah.
time. We did
Okay.
have a good time together when we did have a nice life and a good time together.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
had no. So the best thing we did together, we had a good time together.
Have a good time. Yeah. We had a lot of travel. We had a
yeah,
lot of
we always had a
memories.
good, yeah, we always had a good time together.
We had a nice home. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. What do you think is the biggest lesson you learned from your marriage to dad? Biggest lesson learned?
Oh, lesson. Oh, there's quite a few lessons with him.
Okay.
The lesson would be to stay independent and don't doubt myself. Don't
Hmm.
settle.
Oh, I like that. So fun, just to shift topics, fun fact that I learned about you recently is that you've never owned a scale like that weighs you. You said you've never owned one. And I now that I think about it, we never had a scale in the house growing up. So, and I never thought about it.
How do you know about that fun fact about me, that I never owned a scale? Who told you that?
You told me when we were on the phone about 2 weeks ago.
I did?
Yes.
See, my memory's
I
starting
was
to go.
I was telling you that I was bulking up and eating more, and you're like, oh, I just, never use a scale. If my pants are tight, then I know to eat less. Remember?
Right. Okay. No, now you're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
No, that brought me to another memory over something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't own a scale. I don't want to own a scale. I don't need to own a scale.
Yeah.
I know how much I weigh when I go to the doctor once or twice a year. That's what they do.
There you go. You should be a weight loss coach.
I should be a lot of things, honey. I am a life coach. I am a life coach out of title.
There you go. So just a few questions to wrap us up. Who are some of your own role models or inspirational figures, people that you've looked up to?
I love Judge Judy. I love Janine Pure. I love Janine Pure. I love all women that are educated and have careers, and that are positive and productive.
Yeah.
That are juggling a family and juggling a career.
Yeah.
One of my former bosses, Joan Meyer, who's also a friend. I mean, women that I actually have been around, like through my career, a lot of the women that I'm around are also, inspirational, whether they're older than me or my same age, the woman who hired me, just some of my girlfriends, just people that you form a relationship with that,
So let's go back just to stick with public figures that people might know. Why Judge Judy? What is
like I said, I admire the degree, the persistence, the attitude. I just, and she still takes care of herself emotionally and mentally. It looks like it, it looks like it, with her health and her career and her body, she's just,
Yeah. Got it. So strong women that speak their mind and don't mess around. They don't play games.
Right. And
that's the theme.
Beautiful. And they have husbands that respect them and support them and admire them.
Yes. Okay. Got it. So what, if someone were to ask you, they'd say, what is the key to happiness in life? What would you say?
That's a combination of liking yourself and loving yourself. Just appreciating yourself, just, make the best of it. Live, love, laugh.
Live, laugh, love.
Right. And start dancing. Keep the music going. Keep the music going. Don't, this too shall pass. Don't take, this too shall pass.
Yeah.
Everything works out one way or another. Everything works out, whether you have it planned or not.
I like that. I think that's a good place for us to finish. So thank you, listeners, for tuning in for this special episode with my mother. And thank you to my mother for gracing us all with your presence on the show here today.
No, you're so welcome, especially my busy day at Sunken Meadow State Park that I'm slowing down. So I'm so honored and I'm honored that I was chosen to be a guest on this. Wow, I'm surprised. Well, kindness matters. It's important to be kind, right?
There you go. Kindness matters.
Kindness matters. Right. It's nice, and it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice, honey.
Ooh, okay. I think that's a good note to leave everyone on.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Love you.
Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hey, would you like access to powerful coaching tools you can use on yourself and clients right away? For being a listener of the podcast, I'm giving you a VIP guest pass to get a sneak peek into my coach training program. Inside, you'll learn our coaches' secret tool they use to transform their clients' lives. And you'll also get a training on how to launch a coaching business. Just head over to www.thrivingcoachacademy.com/VIP to get started. I'll see you on the inside.